was before Christmas, I'd say 2 months or 6 weeks before Christmas. We'd booked in a holiday as well, and I was unemployed. And no one was going to hire you 6 weeks before Christmas. Why would they, and pay your entitlements? And it just didn't work. So look, I had a crack. We went on a holiday, and I basically said that if I'm ever gonna have a shot at doing my own thing, I mean, there were so many people that I worked for that were doing it, making money, and just didn't know what they were doing, I thought anyway. I made a couple of phone calls because I only knew 2 or 3 people that knew of me and my quality. And yeah, they had a few things for me to get onto when I came back. And that's how Drakk started. The beginning was always a very challenging time. We had a mortgage up to here. We had to sell a car to sort of keep it all going. I literally drove my wife to work in the morning, picked her up at night to avoid any unforeseen or unnecessary costs. The office wasn't an office, it was my bedroom with a desk in it. And I literally did whatever I could to invoice. And that was whether it was cost planning, estimating, client-side project management, valuating, general advice, anything I could do to just put a bill in. That's how I generally started. Now that evolved quite quickly because it was limited to how much the individual myself could do, and I wanted to do more and earn more. And I had to evolve. The evolvement was basically getting into what I always wanted to do, which was development and construction. I got my building license. It was a challenge, it was very hard. Started small, there were small jobs to start off with, but it was consistent. It was work after work, it was repeat business. You're talking roughly about 2009, 2008, where the market was starting to continually grow. So from a one-man show, I employed my first administrator, first project manager, your bookkeeper, and so from one person to an office of 6, 7 within 2 or 3 years, that's doubled and tripled now. In terms of service, we are builders and developers. We're tier 3, low-rise builders. We've got our market. I don't want to sort of go into anyone else's market. We're not pretending we can do tier 2 jobs. Financially, there's no issue. It's just not what we specialise in. That relates to more our staff. Staff are everything. If I can't rely on my staff, if they can't rely on me, it's just not going to work. It's a relationship like a family. And my guys are. And the reason is I'm here at 5 and my door's open, the office is open, the heater's on if it's cold, the aircon's on if it's hot. We know how to communicate. We're very open, we're very social. The biggest advantage that we've got in here, and the thing that we're never going to change, is I'm very active. I do my own estimating. I still do my own pricing. We haven't got a team of estimators or quantity surveyors. I still do that myself. The benefit for that is when a client speaks to me, I can tell him the numbers.
We met Costa approximately 3 years ago. We had a job in Bentley. Costa was approached by a project manager to tender. He put a tender and he won. And we've been using Costa ever since.
Oh, look, Costa's is great to work with. He definitely looks at the detail, which we like as architects.
With dealing with Costa, he knows exactly his vision and where he wants to get, and it's easy to design too. So you're not sort of floundering around and trying to second guess who he is.
When you're building and developing properties, there's always points in that process where you're going to be hit with challenges and problems that arise. In my experience with Costa is that when there is a problem, he doesn't look at the problem, he looks for the solution. He's very knowledgeable, so there really hasn't been any situation that I can't rely on Costa to come up with a solution to it.
I did get my license, another goal. I did buy my first site. I did develop it, another goal. I did get my first client base, which was repeat business. Nothing like repeat business. The person that goes to your pizza shop every Thursday night and buys the same pizza for the next 10 years, he's your man. Not the person that comes in off the street and buys a pizza and he spends $150 once. You want the guy that spends $25 every single week. That's business. We're able to do that. And it's not a fluke. It's not by chance. It's not because we're the only builder that can do it. It's because I promise someone a number at the start. I start their project, I finish it, I deliver it. It's on budget, it's on time. Let's do it again. At the time, I'm pretty sure there was a bit of conflict between Greeks and the Turks in Cyprus, and no one really knew what was going to happen. And I think that was sort of a point where my dad said, I mean, enough's enough.